There are some dishes that you think of, at least I do, I think of, and it's like, man, that's just something I want, it's something I love all the time, no matter what time of year it is. And for me, that's bruschetta. Like this very simple, basic, wonderful thing. But what if we put it on a chicken sandwich? What if we added a sun-dried tomato lemon mayo? What if we toasted brioche buns, Ethan?
What if?
We're gonna. Let me show you guys how to make a delicious chicken sandwich. Recently, I haven't been finding chicken cutlets, so I just bought a couple of chicken breasts, cut them in half. This is just one chicken breast cut in half. I'm gonna add some olive oil and some of our Blackstone Tuscan herb to both sides. This seasoning is fantastic, by the way. I love the really big granules. It's a big, fatty seasoning, and I'm a big, big fan. Let's get our griddle to medium-high heat. Let's start cooking those bad boys. Now, we only need 4 or 5 minutes or so per side. Go a little low and slow if you want it to stay nice and juicy. But while that's going, let's get to our bruschetta mix, or our tomato mix. I've got some on-the-vine tomatoes. I'm gonna dice these up pretty small. It's not a mince, but it is a small dice. That's key because we don't want all the tomatoes to fall off of our chicken later, but we'll get to that in just a bit. So small dice up all of your tomatoes. Let's also get into some red onion. Now here we are going to mince these. So you want to make your slices really, really thin to start off with, and then break off like 3, 4, maybe 5, depending on how thin you slice them, and then create your mince. It's just a very uniform shape, and it's really beautiful inside of our mix. Let's move on to a bit of garlic. I like to cut the bottom little root piece and then give it a smash. It makes it a lot easier to peel. Now we're gonna mince this up. No real rhyme or reason to this, just slice it up and then chop, chop, chop. This is always so much fun. It's fun to do when people are around too. Add that to our bowl as well. Now we're gonna add some fresh basil, one of my favorite herbs. It's just so aromatic. Like the second you smell basil, like dinner's gonna be great. Oregano too. I should add oregano, but basil's fine. Let's chop up all of that basil and add that as well. Now we need a touch of olive oil and a bit more of that Tuscan herb over the top deliciousness. Let's move on to our sauce while our chicken is finishing up. Now this is a 3-ingredient sauce, but it's a home run. I mean, this is one of those sauces that lives on into other dishes. We're gonna start with some mayonnaise, a decent amount of mayonnaise. Then we're gonna add some sun-dried tomato spread. Now you gotta make sure it's the spread so that it mixes more evenly. And the juice of half of a lemon or so, depending on how much you're making, of course. You can double these up and make enough for a lot of people. But that's it. Very, very simple sauce, and it is stunning. It is so, so rich. Once our chicken is finished, let's go ahead and take some of the tomatoes and go right over the top. Now you can see why it was important to cut the tomatoes and the onions, everything so small, because it's going over top of each of these little chicken cutlets. Then we're gonna add some mozzarella cheese over the top and put a lid on. Now we wanna let this go until it's nice and melty, but in the meantime, let's get to our brioche buns. Now these are really soft, airy, fluffy rolls, but they're gonna cook and toast really quick. So we're gonna toast both sides until they're nice golden. Let's do the tops as well. I like that little bit of crisp on the top bun. Once those buns are toasty, let's bring them over to our cutting board. Now it's time to assemble. Let's add a bit of our sauce to those bottom buns and wait for it. Just wait. Slow motion reveal, Ethan.
Slow motion reveal.
Oh, the melty cheese. This is like crazy, crazy good. Let's add that to the top of our bun. And now, should we sauce the tops too?
Yes, we should sauce.
Oh, you were so emphatic about it. Let's go with a little bit more sauce. Now that sun-dried tomato spread, if you haven't really used it or seen it before, it's usually in the produce section, wherever you would find like the jarred minced, you know I said that? Minced garlic.
You're mincing your words.
This guy. But it has like these little bits. See, even though it's spread, it has these little bits of sun-dried tomato in there. Really, really good. All right, that's it. That's it. We're gonna have to cut this open to see exactly how we did, but I'm guessing we're in like magic territory. Wanna do this one?
Yeah.
Let's cut this one in half. So again, bruschetta is one of those things that just, for me, it's one of those flavors that just makes me so, so happy. Oh, can you see all the goodies in there?
Yes, I can.
Oh, look at the juicy chicken. Crazy beautiful. Let's take a bite of this.
Is it magical?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There really is something magical, Ethan. Tomatoes, garlic, basil. red onion. It's all the things grown boy needs. Wrong show. He's not even hearing him doing it. Whoa. Dang, it's so good. The sauce. The sauce is where it's at. All this. Too simple not to try. Simple chicken sandwich elevated through the roof. It's a little messy. Did it get in my face? In my beard?
No, actually.
I've been in a habit of not making beard-friendly recipes recently. Sorry for that. Whoa. Whoa. So good. So, I don't know what your comfort foods are, but bruschetta is one of those things for me I just really, really love. It can go further than the original recipe, right? So as you're eating things that you love or thinking about nostalgia, we were talking about nostalgia, like people that drink Pepsi, they don't really like it. Coke's better, right?
Yeah, well, Diet Coke, because my parents drink. I guess it is nostalgia.
Diet Coke is the worst soda ever made.
Because my parents.
Let me know in the comments down below. Speaking of comments down below, be sure to click the subscribe button down below. Click the bell icon if you're on YouTube so you get an email every time we post a video. Watch all of the other shows on the channel. There is tons and tons of fun content, but this is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I will see you guys in the next video.